So I just got doing one of the craziest things I've ever done over here on the island of Oahu. I swam with sharks. If this is your first time joining us, I'm Gina and this is Ohana Eats. Our foodie family loves to bring you food and adventure all over the island of Oahu. So let me tell you about the sharks. So a friend recommended Go Adventure Shark Tours, and I'm gonna throw the links for that right down below. And this is pretty much how our day went. So we decided to go for the 7 a.m. sailing. They said that it was gonna be a lot less rocky, and because a couple of us are prone to seasickness, we decided let's not take a chance and let's do the earliest sailing. By the way, this is one of my pro tips here. Definitely take a Dramamine at least an hour before you're sailing, especially if you have any kind of sea or car sickness or anything like that. It helps because even though it's 7 a.m. and it's not that rocky, it's still rocky. Like, you definitely can still feel the waves. So we got onto the boat and we sat down with Blake. She's the shark expert there. So she went through all of the disclosures with us that we had to sign, and then we took off into the harbor. Jordan was our captain. He was great. He just told us, you know, everything that we were gonna see. He said, by the way, you might see some dolphins, and we did. We got to see them. If you've seen any of our videos, you know I am like a dolphin fanatic. So I was so hyped with all the dolphins swimming around the ship. That was like really awesome. Blake showed us this whole book on sharks, and it had so many interesting facts in it, a whole bunch of stuff that I had no idea about. So she gave us all this information as we were leaving the harbor. It takes about like 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get out to the part where you're gonna see the shark. So when you get out there and the boat turns off, I will definitely say it was pretty rocky. And the cool part was Blake grabbed a few of these leaves. They're like bright yellow leaves, and she threw them into the ocean. And she's like, okay, the sharks should start coming now. And sure enough, we saw our first little shark fin. It came up, and it was really pretty cool because when I was first thinking about sharks, I'm thinking they were gonna be about this big. No, these things were like 6 feet long, I would say at least. So at this point, they got us ready to go into the water. So you get this little like wetsuit jacket that you can zip up. They give you like huge flippers, and they give you snorkel gear. So this brings me to my little pro tip number 2. If you're not good with snorkel gear, definitely try to get comfortable with it ahead of time. I had a lot of trouble trying to get the snorkel gear on and off, and I'm not good at breathing through the tube and everything, so it was a little more difficult for me. Belle was able to manage it just fine, and she had like an awesome experience. So if you can snorkel, this is definitely like a perfect tour for you. Okay, so we put on our wetsuit jackets, we have our flippers on, they gave us our snorkel gear, and then they throw this like blue rope into the ocean. So Blake gets into the water first, and she goes down there and she's making sure that like there's no dangerous sharks, and then she gave us the okay, and that was the symbol for me to jump into the water. I started kind of like sliding into the water. They told me to go really slow. The one thing that they kind of like stressed a lot was that you don't want to kick your arms and feet around because that would attract the shark in kind of in a negative way. And also, this is going to bring me to tip number 3. Don't try to bring a GoPro or any kind of camera equipment into the water. The sharks have these little sensors on their face, and they're attracted to electric currents. And Maddie has his camera like all rigged out so that he can get really good underwater shots and video. And also, he knows how to react if a shark comes up to him, because eventually they are going to be attracted to the currents. So for safety purposes, make sure you just leave it to the experts and let Maddie do your photos and video. I slid into the water and I held onto the rope. So the whole time that you're in the water, you definitely have to hold on to the rope, and you're going to be looking to Blake for everything. You want to make sure that you're following everything she says. She'll give you the okay when it's time to come, and she'll give you a hands up if it's time to go back. And so you just kind of follow her lead. You're going to keep your face down into the water. So I got in there long enough that I was able to look down, and I got to see a whole bunch of sharks swimming underneath me.
Oh my God. Wow. So I saw like, I think like 4 sharks all together. I don't know the kind, but like they were like right there. They're like literally right on top of you. Like, no joke.
Okay, so the other thing is that this tour is for ages 12 and up. Only time they'll take kids that are younger is if they're like extraordinary swimmers or surfers or anything like that, because you do need some kind of skill for the ocean. So Doe and Vin decided to sit this tour out, but Belle did go in. Belle was in there the longest out of all of us, and she really enjoyed it. She even swam to the end of the rope with Blake. She really was like pro level when it came to shark diving. So this was Bella's experience when she just got out of the water.
What was it like?
It's just like a VR headset.
How many sharks did you see?
6, 7? And then these little long fish.
So I was a little hesitant about swimming with the sharks, but I have to tell you, Blake and the whole crew over at Go Adventure Shark Tours, they made us feel really comfortable. I felt totally safe, especially the way she described everything. Her tutorial was amazing, and I just enjoyed even talking to her, let alone the whole shark tour itself. They did get us back within about like an hour and a half to 2 hours, so it was the perfect time for breakfast. So stay with us because we're gonna show you where we got breakfast. I'm gonna throw their link down below. Make sure that you mention Ohana Eats because they love to take care of our followers. Now, let's go get some breakfast.
Just a quick 5-minute ride from the harbor is Nalu Health Bar. This is right on Kamehameha Highway, right in the heart of Haleiwa. They have a variety of things to eat, and we decided to get some breakfast. So we tried these little green tea drinks. There was a matcha, and then there was also a cold brew. Those were okay, but we really liked their acai bowl. It was nice and filling. It had some bee pollen and blueberries and strawberries and bananas in there. That one was super tasty. Definitely would get that again. And we also really liked their egg sandwich. It was egg croissant and ham, and Vin really enjoyed that one. It was pretty filling. Bella decided to get this veggie wrap, which was also really good. Definitely check out Nalu Health Bar if you're up in Haleiwa. And don't forget to check out our friends at Go Adventure Hawai'i for your very own shark diving experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe and aloha.